Assalamualaikum and a very good morning for those who are watching this video, especially to my lecturer, Dr. IRFAH NAJIHAH BASIR MALAN. My name is Aiedeel Bin Abd Jalil from BA242 3B, and today I will explain about descriptive statistical measure and hypothesis testing about my chosen data. For this assignment, I choose sample data electric usage in Japan kilowatt hour per capita from 2004 until 2014 from digital usage data, which is my population data. Based on this data set, there is two analyses that I have conducted, which is descriptive statistic measures and hypothesis test for one tail test. Now, I will go to descriptive statistic measure first. In this test, based on the data chosen, we need to identify or calculate 11 measures, which is mean, median, mode, variance, standard deviation, coefficient of variation, skewness, kurtosis, outliers, minimum and also maximum. For the first measure, mean, or also can be known as the average of the data, can be calculated using the formula in Excel, and the mean for this data set is 8,217.56. The second measure is median, or the middle value of the data set, which is 8,207.008. The third measure is mode, or the most frequent value in the data set. But in this case, there is none mode since there is no repetition value from 2004 until 2014 and being stated as NA in the Excel. The fourth measure is variance, which is the variance for the data set is 90,813.60, where the data has been spread out quite far from the mean. The fifth measure is standard deviation or square root, the value of variance, and in this data set, the standard deviation is 301.35. The sixth measure is coefficient of variance, which is coefficient of variance in this data set is 3.64%, and the answer must be expressed in percentage. The seventh measure is skewness. The skewness for my data set is positive skewed, which is 0.024, and this can be explained from the value mean that's slightly higher compared to the value median. The eighth measure is kurtosis, where the kurtosis for my data is negative 1.56, which result on more flat curve. The ninth measure is outliers, and based on my calculation, there is no outliers based on my data set, which is from 2004 until 2014, which appear as false. The 10th measure is minimum value in the data set, which is 7,819.71 in 2014, which is quite interesting because year by year Japan reduced their electric consumption. The last measure is maximum, which is 8,710.026 in 2007. The next test that I have conducted is hypothesis test, which I choose one tail test. There is 5 steps in conducting this step, which is first formula hypothesis, then select significant level, then calculate the test statistic, then determine the decision rule, and lastly draw a conclusion. The objective of running a hypothesis test is to make inferential statistics which help to draw a conclusion. The first step in hypothesis test is identify null hypothesis, which is H0, and alternate hypothesis H1, which is my null hypothesis mean is less or equal from 8,594.909, and my alternate hypothesis is mean more than 8,594.909. The second step is choose significant level, which is I choose 0.05 or 5%, and I do calculate the value of critical t-value, which is 1.7959, and the t-value, which is negative 3.5669, and as we can see, the t-value fall on non-rejection area. The third step is calculate test statistic, which is using the formula. How you can find t statistic? p-value, and critical t-statistic. The fourth step is determine this decision rule, which from here you can determine either to reject or do not reject your hypothesis. Last step is drawing the conclusion. Based on my calculation and observation, the t-test value fall on non-rejection area and p-value is higher than significant level. So the hypothesis that I can make is do not reject null hypothesis, which is HO, since all the evidence show it is correct. I think that's all from me. Thank you.